Hello everyone, this is Rob here. I'm doing this daily blog thing. This is my third blog uh, in a row, so congrats to me. So, if you guys are wondering about my situation with my interviews and stuff, if you pay attention last video, I said I had two interviews yesterday. Yesterday was Friday the 17th. Today is June 18th. I don't have any interviews, but I did do one interview yesterday. Which was with a company called Pfizer. And honestly, I hope I get the job because according to what I was feeling and what I was seeing, I was doing pretty well. Now, for those who are wondering what I'm about to talk about today, is really this article that was posted on my Facebook wall. Actually, it was in my Facebook newsfeed by a user named Travis Krabs. Now, I have nothing against Travis Krabs. I'm a big follower of his stuff online, and I believe that he's a great YouTuber. You guys should check him out. He doesn't do YouTube anymore because he's been working harder doing something different. But when he was on YouTube, he was an actor for ABS-CBN. He usually worked with Filipino TV channels and stuff like that, so check him out. Posted this. It's a meme. It says, diet and exercise alone are no cure for obesity, experts say. Okay, there's a little story time for y'all. When I was about last year, I went to my doctor, my physician. Yes, I have a physician, so I'm not sitting there putting out there any retarded ass shit up there. Oh, you're just self-diagnosis. No, I got diagnosed borderline pre-diabetic. My A1C was at 8.1. The normal amount is probably around like 7. Anything higher than 7 is pre-diabetic. Anything lower than 7 is diabetic. At the time when I found out that I was pre-diabetic, I was upset. I was mad because at the time I lost my mother about the year prior. And I didn't know how to really go about facing this change, you know. So I ended up thinking to myself, well, why am I getting this? I'm big, I'm fat. I can understand that. I couldn't go to certain things, couldn't do anything at the time. My pants were ripping. I didn't know I was way overweight than I was. Noticed I had to wear a higher size of shirt. I still wear the same size of shirt, but I'm not. That's because it feels comfortable to me. It fits well. Anywho, so I remember going to some of these little seminars that my doctor would have, and he's a dietitian, he's a physician, and his practice was mostly focused on. Even though he was a family doctor, his primary focus was actually diabetes and complications from obesity. Excuse me. My doctor, and his wife they're both doctors and they're both dietitians. They both were very, very, very profound pioneers of a book. I forgot what it is, but it's like Diabetes and You. I think it's what it's called. I don't know. And basically, they were concerned about my health, particularly, my personal doctor, not his wife, but they were concerned with my health. And they were like, all right, we want you to go to these little seminars real quick, these little classes. Went to the classes, went to all of them, and I felt like I didn't need to go to the second one because the second one didn't really mean anything. 'Cause I didn't change anything other than going into ketosis and doing everything like that. I'm actually out of ketosis at the moment, but I can go back in it if I wanted to. So I remember like hearing things like, well, the problem is not sugar, it's fat and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, most people who are fat, who are morbidly obese, like this woman in the picture in the green shirt or yellow, I can't tell. We'll say yellow green. Um, the woman in this green yellow shirt is probably at a point where she's got high blood pressure, probably high cholesterol, and most definitely high blood sugar. Um, People who are in that type of category are usually prone to having type 2 diabetes if they don't know about it yet. When I was pre-diabetic, it sucked. It still sucks because I'm still technically pre-diabetic, despite the fact I'm in a healthier A1C level. But yeah, personally, I think that people who are this big don't understand the ramifications of their situation. They think, oh, there's plenty of big people out there. You guys gotta just love us for who we are. No. If I love you for who you are, I would also expect you to change your life. That in case that you have an issue, if you're health wise, if you were to go to a doctor and they say, hey, you are way too fat, it's not them being fat phobic. They were just saying, hey, you're gaining too much weight. Your body cannot handle that mass, which is true. Most people who are big don't understand the ramifications. They think that they're okay. They're not. You're not okay. You're sick. You're gross. And you need help. Losing weight is not difficult. Oh, I can't lose weight. I've tried everything in the book. No, you didn't try everything in the book. You tried nothing. You read up on vegetarianism, tried it for a week, saw that you weren't getting results, or you were thinking that you're going to get results like, oh, I'm going to lose 50 pounds in a week. It doesn't work that way, dumbass. You check your results. You pretty much did nothing. You didn't follow your A1C. You didn't prick your fingers as often. So now you're sitting there like, oh, I tried my best. I tried doing this. No. You tried it one day for about an hour. Said, this isn't for me. And then you just quit on yourself. And then you went back to your stupid little habits because you're like, oh, 100 calorie snacks are not going to help me and blah, 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 blah. No, they can help. You're just giving up too easily. It's too hard. No, it's not. It's very simple. It's easy. It's easy to do certain things. Oh, dieting is so expensive. Yeah, so is the cost of your morbid obese ass. If you are over 300 pounds, you should definitely start looking into losing weight. If you're 275 and you're about my height at 5'9", you should start looking into losing weight. If you're like Big Show and his fattest, I don't mean Big Show, Paul White, the wrestler. Before he started losing weight and started gaining a lot of muscle, his weight was ballooning towards 500 pounds. The dude is pretty solid. He's still big. He's still a big guy. He's just tall and muscular. He's built like a damn giant. Hence the name when he was in WCW. He was a giant. But still, when he started losing weight, more likely he probably saw that his A1C levels were going down. His body composition started feeling better. He started feeling better about himself. And that the fact that he can, probably sit in a chair without breaking it all the time would be fine. The main problem with people who are big and they're not muscular or not have enough muscle in their frame, but they have too much fat in their frame, one, you're spending more money on clothes. You're spending more money eating because you're not just eating your daily deficit, your daily calorie amount of like 2,000. You're going over that. People like Nikado Avocado don't understand that the weight that they're having, the weight issues that they're having, is not water weight. It's fat. And most of it is coming from excess, calories. If you're eating 10,000 calories and you're 400 fucking pounds, you shouldn't be eating 10,000 calories. You should be going down to, back down to 2,000. Oh, but I'm going to get hungry. Who gives a shit? Stop fucking mukbanging and stop fucking saying that, oh, I'm going to be the best fucking guy out there, but you're fat. You're fat. I hate to say it. The best way to do this, to reverse the situation, Yes, diet and exercise can help. It it's not a cure, of course, it's not a cure, but it can help. But you can use certain medicines. But the medicines I would suggest are those that have to deal with the mental state of the person. If the person is depressed, they must have to take an antidepressant, but one that will not make them gain weight. Most of the time, people who are that big usually have a lot of stress. It's usually mental stress or something. Are they quick to anger? Are they quick to um, get upset? Then there's probably some underlying psychosomatic condition that's in the situation here. If you look at Tammy Slayton and you look at how big she is, that woman is over 600 pounds and pretty much does not want to do anything. Doctors are there saying, hey, this is what will help. Her sister's done it. She's losing weight and she's going to be okay. Her brother's doing it. Even though he had COVID for like 2 weeks and went back to eating his old ways, he went back and fixed his situation, righted the ship, and he's already gotten his surgery. So Amy and Chris have already gotten their surgery. Why can't Tam get her surgery? But even then, surgery will help. But again, diet and exercise help too. Quick diet that you can do. Actually, it's not really quick, but a diet that'll work all the time. I don't recommend it for diabetics. But if you are diabetic, try to, you can use this as an idea, but try going in on a ketogenic diet. It's not hard. You can go online, research. There's plenty of people that can show you how to diet in that type of way. I've listened to podcasts about the ketogenic diet, and it's a very easy diet. You guys need to take advantage of it, and it's so easy to follow. First things first, stay active. Second thing, stop drinking sodas. Stop drinking juice. Limit your amount of sweet fruits. Drink plenty of water. Increase your protein and increase your fats. Lower your carbohydrate levels. It's so easy. And as long as you keep in motion and you keep, like, say if there's an easy mode at your job. Let's just say your job wants you to carry stuff on a cart, but it's a short distance from the thing, but you don't want to use the cart. You don't have to use the cart. I've had plenty of people that have told me, hey Rob, why don't you just go use the cart and put the parts on there so that way you can just take all the stuff that you need all at once. And I'm like, no, I'm not wasting time doing this. I'm doing this for me. This is my only way of getting exercise. I don't have a gym membership that I can fall back on. So my best thing was I try to make my exercises at work. Try to do what would work for me. And that meant picking up boxes that are 25 pounds and lifting them and walking them over to my station. One bin at a time. It didn't even matter if I had to go back 3 or 4 times in a row. As long as I was putting those things on the cart at my station and not bringing the cart with me. You have to make activity for yourself. You have to go and walk around the building. You have to go and, if it means going and looking up DDP yoga, go ahead and look that up. It's a good program. I highly suggest it. But even then, you can use those types of things and get better. And over time, you will feel better. And over time, when you lose the weight, you'll feel great. You'll feel more happy about yourself. But at the same time, don't get stagnant. Keeping the weight off is a longer journey. Losing weight is the easy part. Keeping it off is the hard part. And it might seem like a deterrent, but it's not. You just gotta have the willpower, and you just gotta do it. And also, if you have to take something like, go down the route of surgery or go down the route of medication, particularly psychotic medication, so that way you don't go into psychotic breakdown for your depression and whatever, then that's fine. And don't go out there and say, oh, I'm going to be malnourished. See, the problem with people like Amberlyn Reed and Nikado Avocado is that they're not using a proper diet. They're still eating like shit. They're never going to lose weight because they continue to eat like shit. And they try to impress people. Amberlyn Reed half-asses everything when it comes to her health. But doesn't mind, putting up these situations where she's way too big, way too obese for her own good. You cannot be that obese and expect to be happy, because you can't. You cannot be happy with that type of weight. I hate to say it because, one, you're gonna feel miserable. You're gonna feel tired all the time. If you have to take the elevator just to get up to your apartment, and you always take the elevator, but there's an option for stairs, take the stairs. And especially if you're, in a setting where you're like a bellhop or something, or if you're if you have a job such as a bellhop, just take the stairs. Or take the elevator if you're up there, but everything else, take the stairs. There's nothing wrong with stairs, man. There's nothing wrong with it. I just find it so annoying that people sit there and make these excuses of why they can't lose weight. And the information's out there, but they don't want to take the information. One of the best things I would do if I were a person who is traveling. Now, this is one thing I would say for people who are traveling. Walk your ass off. Keep walking. Don't go and take a taxi unless you really, really need to. No one needs to take a taxi to and from things. You don't have to drive everywhere. I don't care if it's a strange setting. As long as you're not in some place where that it's like ghetto as fuck and dealing with, high crime rates, you should be fine. When I was in the Philippines, I walked mostly everywhere unless I needed to ride with someone to get somewhere. Because most of the stuff I was there in walking distance, and that's what I was looking for. The main reason why I'm saying this is because most people just don't realize how easy it is to lose weight. It's so easy. All you gotta do is get up and move and just keep a steady diet that restricts your carbohydrates, because most of y'all have sugar addiction. Most of y'all who have diabetes, who are 400 pounds, have a sugar addiction. How do you take care of that? You go on an Atkins diet. You go on a ketosis diet. Or a ketogenic diet. Put yourself in ketosis. Do this for a long time. Keep a daily journal, but eventually you will lose the weight. And once you start going to that part where you're like dangerously low on your blood sugar and you need to make sure you have something in your system, just grab something small, a Jolly Rancher or something, and then get on with your day. It's not difficult. It's different if you're sitting there and you're just chewing on candy every single day. It's different if you're sitting there and you're not exercising. It's different when you're just sitting there eating like shit and then wondering why you're not losing weight. The main issue is most of the time it's willpower. You want to lose weight? You want to get from being obese or morbidly obese? Then do the world a favor, shut the hell up, and just follow the directions, follow the stuff, and also stop reading into this fat phobic or this fat phobia or fat positive bullshit. Your obesity is none of their business. Your weight loss is none of their business. So don't let them sit there and try to influence you. Oh, this person was fat and they were on TikTok and they were sexually ambiguous, but they said their doctor was fat phobic. No, your doctor's not fat phobic. Your doctor's a scientist. He spent fucking 8 years in his getting his degree and making a name for himself and going through all that what do you call that, residency. I'm pretty sure he's not just sitting there and being like, oh, you're just fat. No, he's doing it to help people. That's all. Anyway, if you like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification follow me on my socials, which will be down in the description. My YouTube, not my YouTube, my Facebook, my Twitch, and my Twitter. I do have a Patreon, but I'm still making this a work in progress. I haven't done anything yet with it. So, once that's completed, I'll let you guys know. Anywho, peace out.